afternoon if you were on the West Coast. Good evening if you were on the opposite side of the country. Welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. We are here to go over the Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 15, episode 12. Arrivederci Beverly Hills was the title of this episode. Let us welcome in our co-host James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. Welcome in.
Hey, everybody. Hope you liked the video. Comment on the replay and then also subscribe to my girl's channel. Show her some love, y'all. Let's do this and get that subscriber count up.
Please do, everybody. We hope that that's how we get in the algorithm. Please do. We also have in the description of this video links to a bunch of other great Black content creators on YouTube. There's a bunch. JB Says What, Vibe X, Beloved Reviews, Delightful Dawn, Shayna_MCD, as well as Kiwan JTV. There's so many. So I'm happy to be able to collaborate with so many great Black creators. Also, feel free to include in the chat how you guys feel about the episode, anything you felt that was left out. I put that there because I was told that will help with the algorithm. But honestly, y'all, there was nothing messy. There were no best moments in this episode. Beverly Hills is hanging on the way a quick weave track hangs on to a lady who ain't reapplied the glue. It doesn't make any sense, but it's here. Hi, Shani. Welcome in.
Hey,
welcome
Shani.
in. She fell asleep. I believe it. I did too. I had to watch this again this morning. My husband told me he came in the room and I was knocked out. And there was a white lady having a conversation with another clear lady. That's what he said. He even paused it for me. He was like, I know you have to do your review. I'm like, shit, I was so bored. I got to rewatch it. Hi, Kevin Reynolds. Welcome in. Good afternoon. Okay, Shani, I will add you as one on both of our channels as soon as I am done with this live. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And happy Friday, beautiful people. Happy Friday. Y'all are more interested in the episode, but getting into it, Bose goes to see Doris, aka Dorit. Shout out to James for that. We will forever call her Doris. But Bose went over to see her with another terrible wig. Now, Bose, just because the weave come down your rear end and touch your cheeks does not make it cute. She always has this really big hump on her hair. And I don't get that, because even if I had money, like, I would change my hair, but I wouldn't. Like, I can't wait for the wig trend to pass.
I feel like it's getting worse. There is no wig trend that's going to pass. I feel like the better they create these wigs with, the nice not cleanliness. Ooh, that's the wrong word. Straight and texture,
clean,
wavy,
a clean wig that could be used.
Clean, yes. They gonna keep wearing them. They gonna keep wearing them, y'all. And people get lazy with their hair.
Listen, I'm simple. It's either gonna be braided, or if my braids are out, is natural. That's it. I think that's why my hair grows. But I also have alopecia, so I can't wear wigs and stuff because it will literally make all my stuff come out, what I got of it. But Bose is a mess. She goes and talks to Doris, and Kiwan JTV mentioned this last week in our review, and it looks like Kevin feels the same as well. Bose was messy. But I feel like Kyle was messier, because I feel like Kyle knew what she was doing now that I've watched this episode, when she had called to complain about Doris from the Hamptons. Because I'm like, Kyle, you know that Bose is going to ride for Dorit and tell Dorit everything, because that's how she came into this season, up Dorit's anal region. And she rode for her no matter what, even with the whole cast last season and this season, explaining that Dorit is wrong. Dorit does too much. But Bose decides to tell Kyle, or Bose decides to tell Doris all that Kyle said about her on the trip. And after she tells her, oh yeah, girl, she was talking about how much money you spent. She was saying you was erratic again. She don't feel like you listening to her. She said everything negative as hell, right? Which I could not understand for the life of me. I could not understand it for the life of me. But of course, Doris gets upset, and Bose gaslit Doris, in my opinion, because she tells her after offending her, but as your friend, I listened, and then I said, I'm going to go check on my friend. Bose, you a fake, you know what? In the words of Mama D, BICTH. That is you, Miss Bose, because what do you mean? I listened to it and now I'm gonna check on my friend. If I'm gonna stand for my friend, I'm gonna cut them off and be like, I don't feel comfortable with this conversation. You need to talk to her about it. Or I'm gonna immediately tell my friend what was said, and I'm gonna tell the person talking to me about my friend that the person was talking about them instantly. I'm gonna let them know I'm gonna tell. So I didn't understand why Bose was moving that way, but of course Doris is upset and brings up how Kyle stopped drinking and was working out and doing all of this, you know, crazy stuff. That's what people do when they go through a breakup. No shade to a lot of the people going through breakups out there. I actually think it's healthy. Go to the gym. Find something to do with yourself. Take up a hobby. Go back to school. I don't know. But if you're busy, you're less likely to be crying over the person that you just left or that left you, however, which direction it went. So I don't see an issue with Doris. I'm going to point that out in Kyle. But I will say Kyle and Bose are messy as hell, and I could smell a clash come in. But how do you feel about Bose and Doris's conversation?
I felt like it was unnecessary for Bose to bring up the conversation with Kyle, because I know we're like to saying Kyle was messy, and I can agree with that. Kyle was being messy by calling Bose, but we'll get to why Kyle did it in the episode, and it made complete sense to me looking back at this season why she did it the way she did it. Yes, it was messy, but I understood it a little bit better. So, but I just feel like Bose was only going to bring that back and twist up the words, because I don't feel like Kyle was realistically putting it like that. I just think that Dorit was out here saying that everything is on her, the finances, things like that. So if something is on you and you don't know which way you're going to turn, why spend over $4,000 on some clothes if you were literally just complaining to us about money? That does not make sense to me. So from that standpoint, that's where I felt
up. I don't know if it's me. If y'all could let me know in the comments if James froze or if it is my internet, because I am honestly not entirely sure. So somebody please comment and let me know. In the meantime, I will, well, fuck it. We'll leave him there and look at his face. I kind of like this face because he makes it all the time on the live. But I did agree with much of what James was saying. Oh, he froze. Okay, I never know. I was going to say, AT&T, you mother, I pay my bill early every month. I was about to go off on them, but he froze. I'm going to remove him. Poor James, he'll be back. But the only part of what he said I don't agree with is that what Kyle did made sense. I think knowing Kyle and her history, we definitely have to apply that. And Kyle is messy. She is definitely messy. She's definitely messy. But while James figures out how to join back into the live, it looks like he is already back. That was the fastest return ever. Let's go over the comments. I am hollering at you, Shani. She said the whole episode was one clear lady talking to another. That hump. And she really strong in the face. Bose, it was Kiwan JTV. Y'all subscribe to her channel. She sent us a picture. It was like, did she have work done? Did something change? And I was looking at it and I was like, no, Bose is beautiful if she gets the right makeup artist. Now, you should be able to come on, you know, television and YouTube like this and this and this with not a lick of makeup and some new growth and still look all right. But I pick up what you're putting down, Shani. I've seen Bose without makeup, and every quick clip we get does scare me a little bit. It does, but maybe that's her karma for preaching Black excellence while not actually living and demonstrating it. Just saying. But I'm going to digress. For Bose to go back to Dorit, twisting her words about Kyle is trash. That is the corporate reputation. I cannot talk today. What the hell?
That reputation.
Reputation of her is what the streets were talking about. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been saying this actually, Kevin, in almost every review where we discuss Bose. I never trust someone that came up and was so successful in corporate America, especially when you Black. Because it's like you either sold out or F somebody over or did something shady to maintain up there with the big dogs. Because if one thing we haven't learned, especially in America, the more money you got, the more problems, the more shade, the more all of it. So I believe it. I believe it. And thank you for being here, Kiwan. Thank you for moderating. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. If anybody, your background. If anybody is interested in being a moderator on the channel, if you watch us, support us, and you want to help keep us, because I'm very close to monetization, you want to help keep us on track, let me know. I will happily add you. Let me see. Told y'all last week, Shani did. Shani has been clocking everything that Bose would or will do before it happens. You might be psychic, Shani. You just might. Hi, Kiwan. Welcome in. Y'all subscribe to her channel. The link is there and it's free. We will be live with Kiwan J also tomorrow morning if she's able to join again. But we do love doing lockup with her each week, which we love. And I believe this week's the finale. I think. Who am I going through? Yes, Kyle was messier. She absolutely was. She knew Bose would go back to Dorit with diarrhea of the mouth. She did. Kyle knows. She's been here since season 1 and she's calculated and pretentious, as James says. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Yep.
Ooh, now you got an echo.
Oh, good.
That was the strongest. Yep, I loved it. You need to be doing voiceovers with that microphone. It will work perfectly.
Is my echo better now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how you fixed it that fast, but yes.
There's a button.
There's a button.
There's a button.
If you want to check your friend why you didn't call Doris right after you got off the phone with Kyle. Exactly. And that's the part that makes Bose shady. Shady as hell. Kyle didn't call Bose. Called her trying to be nosy. That is true. They both were messy, though, actually, what Shani said. I feel like Kyle and Bose were talking to each other with the intention of being messy, which is funny because Dorit is sitting here thinking people are going to feel sorry for her and his divorce is going to save her on the show. But it's just showing she has no friends on the show. Like, not one.
At least not a solid friend. Like,
No.
because, Erica ain't loyal to nobody. And then you have, Sutton, who they're just building a relationship, but, Sutton is not stable. And then she's not stable. She's not a stable person. Who's left? Amanda, she ain't getting along with. Bose is wishy-washy. So that's Bose going to go wherever the check going to go. And then who else do we have left? We have Jennifer Tilly. We know that ain't going nowhere. And then we have Kathy Hilton. Kathy ain't loyal to nobody but Kathy and Rick and them kids. That's all she loyal
Kathy,
to.
I noticed too, only builds good bonds with people whose money matches hers and Rick's.
Yep.
I pay very close attention to that. Kathy said, I'm not traveling with no broke bitches.
Yep, she traveled right with Jennifer Tilly, even though Bo said that was her doing. I don't bit more believe that than anything else. I think she asked Kathy, who do you want to travel with? And Kathy said, I'll travel with Jennifer Tilly. She looks like she's right up on speed on private planes.
I'm sure they've been around each other too, just with how prevalent both of them have been in the industry. I'm sure. I'm very sure. Bose and Kyle stirred the pot. Then Bose tried to soften the blow by saying Kyle was worried about you. That was the most manipulative, backhanded thing she could have said. Bose irritates me. She genuinely irritates me. But, the karma is her man's hairline. She got to look at it.
Because she could have led with that. Kyle called me with concern because if she talks to you, it's not going to be received well because you and her on the outs. But what I got from Kyle was genuine concern and worry for you. This is what we talked about, and I'm in agreement with her. I do think there's something going on that you need to tell me. That's how Bo should have did the conversation. Not lead with what Kyle said, and then when Dorit presses you with, oh, I think Kyle's just being vindictive and messing on this, and Bo's like, I don't think so. Bo's like, well, if you didn't think so, then why not lead the conversation with, hey, she worried about you, friend. I'm worried about you.
Because that wasn't the intention. She knows.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense why Bose joined with non-winning team to ice out Garcelle. Definitely. And I appreciate you. I didn't know if you had froze before. They had everybody in the chat help me out. So thank you. If Kyle can throw her sister under, that's the best point. If Kyle can throw her sister under the bus, she can throw anybody under. That is the truth. That is the absolute truth. James always goes back to that first season too.
I do, because to me, listen, a zebra never changed the stripes. They may just get bigger. And the thing about it is that Kyle's never changed. She has been the exact same person since season one. She has gotten more vile, if that makes sense. Like, she's just more vile. She's more, in tune with just being pretentious, and it gets bigger and bigger. And now that her and Mo are actually, no, let's wait till get to that scene, because that scene where they had to pay for them clothes, that's gonna prove my point right there.
And if Garcelle did that, Garcelle was not. He watched that. I forgot what I. Garcelle couldn't get away with nothing on the show, and I think that's why she left. I genuinely believe that she figured it out. What is going on with StreamYard in this connection today? My God.
Right.
I think it's StreamYard, because I'm in the background testing my internet speed with AT&T. Everything else is working. Oh, look, and then when I talk about them, they want to fix it.
See, yeah, because I wonder why you was looking at me like that. But no, I was on the wrong modem. Because I was doing the PowerPoints. It's better to be on the other modem when you download and stuff. And I forgot to switch it back, because the other one is for the lives that we do.
Kevin said, little known fact, AT&T gives those 55 and over a significant discount. The program's called 55 plus. For example, my mobile bill is now $45 per month. I know. I know from clients. I'm a social. The day job is social work, so pretty much I spend all day making clients aware of resources who are on my caseload. And AT&T is one of the few utility companies that does a lot for not just older people, but low-income residents, those who struggle. So I'll give them that, but that's it. I'll take another discount, though, y'all. It's been years. I'm loyal. Psychic and Psychotic go over there. Hi, 5X. You guys be sure to subscribe to his channel. He gives you reviews as well. But I thought it was kind of creative because there's an AI voice to it. So check it out if you enjoy the AI Faceless YouTube channels. 55 plus. Kathy Hilton is loyal to her pillow. Kathy gonna love a pillow. Bose, you did the same thing you accused Amanda of doing with Kyle and Doris. That is actually a good point. Shani be on it. Shani needs to be reviewing these shows. The man in the profile pic don't look like he over 55. Okay, Kevin, because the black is not cracking. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Kathy, hello, Mom Cat. Welcome in. That is my mother-in-law. Be nice to her. I will find y'all. Internet is tripping in Illinois as well. Maybe something wrong.
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's all them strikes and stuff going. I don't even.
For real. Get it together, y'all. We got 2 more lives after this. Sorry, Mrs. Best had to be the test subject, but please get it together.
It's okay, y'all. It's Friday. I don't gotta go to work tomorrow. So I'm happy as hell. I don't got to go to work tomorrow. My husband went out with his little raggedy coworker, so I don't got to cook tonight. I am happy. Nothing can bring me down. Lord help you. But we're going to move forward. I'm surprised we had that much to discuss with them. But while Bose is meeting with Doris, we see Amanda meeting with Kyle. This will be quick. They discuss her dinner party, and Kyle complains some more about Dorit. She said that Dorit had Glam come to help her get dressed at 2:00 in the morning because they had like a 5 a.m. flight, or they had to be to the Hamptons early. Kyle says, because Dorit had Glam come get her, Doris, why can't you do your own makeup? I like to get Glam done as well because I feel like other people do a full face of makeup better than I do. But I feel like every woman, especially if you're on television or in the limelight, you should be able to put on your own face and not scare us. It ain't got to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? But you should be able to put on your own face, at least add a brow, some lashes, a lip. Like, you should be able to do something. And Doris, bitch, you can't afford Glam. You can't afford Glam. You leave a $10K in the shopping cart hoping to commit what Wendy and Eddie is being accused of. You can't afford Glam. Why do you have them coming at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, speaking of which, since we on that subject, Liberty Mutual, have y'all done y'all full investigation on Doris?
Not Liberty Mutual.
or
Shout out to
Americans
Liberty
or
Mutual.
American or whatever, whoever. Did y'all do y'all full investigation? Since y'all want to, investigate people on robberies and all this kind of stuff, and then you have people who literally get their phones left at the doorstep. Are y'all doing y'all full investigations on her too? I'm just curious.
I ain't never heard of nobody in California getting robbed and the person who robbed them leave them with their phone.
I'm trying to tell you.
I
I
also have
ain't
never
never heard.
heard of anybody from California, whether you're from here or not. When you live here, you adjust quickly and you learn fast. That would think that is smart to leave a purse full of cash, whether it's $5 or $2,500 out of your sight. This is California. Y'all heard of it? Go Google bipping on YouTube. It's a Bay Area term, but it's a very popular California activity. That's all I'm saying. So I'll never let Doris live that down, ever.
Nobody is.
Shandy said, I think secretly she was hoping that card didn't go through so she didn't have to pay for all that stuff last week. It gives that she called the bank and disputed every transaction, but right, the most polite robbers in Beverly Hills. Make it make sense. Not you calling her Dory. State Farm, Geico, Progressive, Liberty Mutual. Head to Beverly Hills and look for PK and Dory. Right, all state too. Because keep us in good hands. Find the truth. Something,
Right,
please.
please do something because I need to know. Because I'm just saying, y'all. I'm not saying she's guilty. Not saying this is what happened. I just never believed that story. And just because I just read something on Wendy and Eddie, it just reminded me of Doris. And I'm just like, are we investigating all housewives or are we just doing the black ones?
Ciao. But all Kyle says, y'all, is pretty much Dorit was scattered. She didn't have her real ID. I don't know if the real ID is a thing in other states. In California, they gave us a deadline. That deadline is passed. It was like October of last year that we had to have what's called a real ID. You got to bring in your birth certificate, pieces of mail, and legit. It can't just be anything. It's got to be your lease or a utility bill in your name. They do all of this stuff just so you can have a real ID. You cannot fly domestically without it. It's stupid. You can fly, but you have to go in a separate line, and TSA has to do all of this stuff. You also, I believe Trump said you have to pay some sort of a fine or something.
Yeah.
As if we don't already pay enough fucking taxes for him to tear up this stuff. But I'll digress. Dorit didn't have her stuff together. Did you want to add anything to it? Because I feel like, okay, Kyle, you can only complain about this for so long. Go talk to Dorit. Why are you telling everybody but her?
No, I don't have anything realistically to say because directly I get where Kyle's coming from, but it's silly at this point. Doris is never going to confess to this.
No, that's why Kevin got the tomatoes. Just yank one at her. Not y'all quoting all the insurance companies. That's how her NYC. Oh, Lord. Same here in Georgia. I think that's a federal thing now. To fly domestically, you have to have a special ID or a passport. Get your passport, y'all. It's good for 10 years. Less of a headache. But Doris knows that. She knows that. Anyhow, let's see what happens next. Rachel tells her kids she's getting divorced.
I thought them kids already knew that.
It sounds like the kids knew it was coming. The kids they didn't react in a traumatized way. They were like, oh, well, we saw this coming. She discussed that her and the father were separating. The kids also seem to have some sort of disdain toward their daddy. They're like, we don't want to see him. We don't want to be around like that. We don't want to see the girlfriend. I find it interesting, though, Rachel, the kids didn't mention anything about having a problem with seeing the girlfriend of their father. But it seems like after you expressed there was a problem, you spoke and said your kids have a huge problem and don't want to be around this woman. The responsible thing for a parent to do, divorcing or not, would be me and your father are not going to be together anymore. And that means that we may decide to try and date other people. In the case that it gets serious, or if your dad or me falls in love with somebody, you may have to be around that parent or that person. That's what you needed to tell them. Rachel Zoe is one of the biggest flops on television in a long time as it relates to all of reality television. I would rather watch Martell and Tisha on Love and Marriage Huntsville then be subjected to Rachel fucking Zoe. I am bored. I do not dislike her. She has not done anything that I feel is messy. I just don't feel that she's interesting enough for reality TV anymore. If I see Rachel Zoe on TV, I want to see her styling celebrities. I want to see her on a show that's centered around her and her career and life after her divorce. Not this. Not this. She can go. She can go. She can go. But
I just don't understand.
I also feel like she's using her children for a storyline. And I think that's whack and I think that's trash. And she's getting away with it. Talk about yourself, bitch, not your kids. Because why would you tell them for the first time that you're going to divorce their father on camera? I don't understand it, but go ahead, James. I'm sorry.
No, I was interrupting. I thought you were done, but I just don't understand her purpose. Like, yes, she has a storyline, but it's one that they all have. It's not anything different. It's not anything that gives us a sense of, oh my gosh, this is why Real Housewives of Beverly Hills stands out. They all are going through the exact same fucking thing. And it's like, well, where's the difference? Which is why I'm not really mad at Amanda. I'm really not, because at the end of the day, she is giving us something different. Now, whether it's the truth or bullshit, I do not know. And quite frankly, I don't really care. At least it's something different. Because I'm not going through this with Sutton. As I told y'all, Sutton is stupid for changing her last name back to her maiden name. I will keep my married name, especially now knowing the tea we know today about her and her ex-husband. Oh no, I would definitely be keeping my last name. I'm the original Mrs. Strack. So that's that. Bose is giving us something different too. But the thing about Bose is she ruined her chances last season. So we don't see it for this season. So who else is left?
I also think people have to understand we're not interested in seeing couples that are not married going through fertility. I'm just going to point that out. It seems like every time we see it on TV, not just with Bose, but with Quad and King and across some other shows, the relationships never work out. They never seem to be able to produce a baby. And everybody just questions, why would you make such a big decision without a real commitment? Which is a fair question. So, both don't have much. Shani says she loves how the younger son talks. Her kids were cute. They seem like good kids and they seem together and okay. So I don't want Rachel to use her kids for a storyline, especially when it's compromising their privacy to process something as big as a divorce is for a kid of any age. Like, I don't like it. I think that's whack. And I feel like if Rachel was a Black housewife or a Black reality star, people would call it out, looking for a reason to call her a bad parent. But because she's not, she's getting away with it. I don't want to see her do shit but style a star. And I don't want to see her style nobody in a caftan. I don't even like how she calls it caftan. Like, Rachel, go away.
Her kids did remind me of Phaedra's kids, just, clear versions.
They're okay. Yeah. They're together. Any advice to Dorit from Kyle is insensitive. Yeah. He asked all the right questions and don't hold back on how he feel. Them kids do not like that lady because they look at her as the person that broke up their family. They haven't said they don't like her yet, though.
They just said they didn't want to be around her.
They don't want to be around the daddy like that, and that they're hardly around him, so it doesn't matter. But they haven't even said they don't like the lady. I think Rachel has been saying it, but not you'll watch. They return tomorrow. That mean my Sunday.
Oh, wait a minute. It's tomorrow? I thought it was next week.
You said next week, last week. So that would be this week.
Oh, girl, listen. I don't know what day it is these days, y'all. My days run together. That's right. Oh, good God.
If we do it on Sunday, though, we just got to do it in the morning or the night.
We're doing it in the morning and getting that out of the way. I don't even want to do it. So we're doing it in the morning.
Not you don't even want to do it.
I can't stand that show.
What the Huntsville people do to you?
Need new cast members.
Being recorded tomorrow.
I'll check the app since I have Discovery Plus now. I'll check in and see if it's coming on, and then I'll let you know.
Yes, Rachel and her caftans and her 35 bracelets on each arms and the pearl necklace that's 75 feet long. I don't think the audience is feeling Amanda don't bother me. Amanda's quirky. She doesn't bother me. I just want her to stop leaning into the shenanigans, because she could really read these women for filth without using all of her psychiatric excuses. Rachel is the cool kid with money, and to them, Amanda is nobody to them. I mean, Amanda got money too, except her money didn't come from a man. And they want to question the validity of her money, but y'all need to question the validity of Dorit's money if we're going to question.
Right. If we're
money
gonna
on this
question
show.
anybody's money, Dorit. I would question who else? There was someone else I wanted to question their money just because it doesn't seem. Oh, that's it. I'm thinking of another show. Never mind.
Kevin said, I was actually with Rachel until she mentioned her cheating on the now ex-husband with another guy prior to getting married. No wonder the ex cheated on her. I mean, he pretty much did a reverse Uno.
He shouldn't have married her.
Saying on our last live, like, if you cheated on him first, then how you gonna cry and want to divorce him because he cheat back? It sounded like you never wanted him. Talk about, I just
y'all should have never got married. Well, one, he should have never proposed to her, because to me that was some egotistical, like very manipulative reverse psychology mess. She confessed she cheated on you, but then you still proposed to her.
That's true.
So no, I feel like, to me, I'm still on her side with that, because she didn't pick up the context clues, and that she thought it was a term of endearment of how bad he really wanted her, versus it being, no, it was a game from the start. He knew exactly who he had, and he was going to ride it until he couldn't ride it no more.
At the time they got together, she didn't have much, but I don't think it was a game on both ways. I think she did him wrong first, and I think men handle cheating much worse than women do. Like, when men get cheated on, it seems like they just cannot deal with it, and they either leave or they end up cheating back over and over and over. But it sounds like Rachel was not that interested. But I don't know if he was playing the game at first. I'm putting accountability on her because she did it first. So
That's fair.
I feel like either way, it's a reverse Uno.
That's fair.
But, the only thing interesting about this lady is what happened 30 years ago. So, hell no, I would not have approved that annulment. We were married, you cheated, and then you divorced me to marry some other chick that you cheated on me with. In the words of Tina Turner, I'm keeping my name.
Say that, Shanny.
Not basura. Oh, Lord.
Okay, Kevin.
I think it's just simple. Whoever cheat first, if it happened back to you, zip it. You did it first, Rachel. But she has a lot of hidden aggression towards this man. Well, I shouldn't even call it hidden. I'll call it suppressed aggression. I feel like Rachel wants to unleash the beast and call him all types of you-know-whats and all types of crazy names, but she can't do that. And I feel like part of her telling us that she cheated on that man, maybe something more will come out later, because they always record these confessionals after the season is filmed. So I'm like, maybe something more will come out, because why else would you expose that to the audience, that you cheated first while trying to get us to feel sorry for you? Currently, it doesn't make sense, but we'll see. I'm trying to give Rachel a fair shot, James. I really am, but she's boring.
She lost at her first episode. I'm not giving her a fair anything at this point. I thought she was going to come on the show because Bravo made her seem like she was like the Mary Cosby coming back to Bravo. Like, that's what they made her seem like, and she ain't nowhere close to that. So, yeah.
I feel like Bravo was just trying to fulfill everybody's want for, like, how everyone's always asking for older Bravo stars to come back? I feel like they're trying to fulfill that, but this is not what we wanted. This is not what we wanted at all, Bravo. Let's see what else happened this episode. Amanda went shopping for her wedding. She doesn't have a budget. She promised her spouse that she would spend no more than $300,000. Do you want to add anything to her shopping?
Amanda, how much money do you really have? I'm just curious because you keep putting an emphasis that you make in a month what your husband or soon to be husband makes in a year. So how much is that really? I'm just
Why did you
really
expose
curious.
that about your husband? Why do you need to project? Like me and my husband, I'm never going to come on the internet and talk about how much money that I'm making. I think that's a very weird thing. I think it's even weirder to compare it to your husband. The way my mama taught me and the women in my life, They told me, you want your man to make good money. Hopefully he makes equal or more than you. But regardless of what he makes, he don't need to really know what you make so that you can protect yourself. That's how I was taught. So Amanda's weird. She's very weird. I agree with this, Kevin. What is really telling about Rachel's situation is her parents still really like the ex-husband.
Yeah.
I think that is telling. I think that's telling. Yes. I had thought she was married too until I was watching one day and saw fiance. I said, oh, yeah. And she does keep saying 10, 10, 26. Is that like a cool date or something? There's a 10, 10 every year.
I think listen, maybe she meant 12, 14, 26. I don't know. I mean, her math was a little bit off because I'm like, what is that supposed to mean exactly? Did y'all meet on the 10th of October? Is that how that went?
Maybe that's the date. All I know is when October comes, I'll be in town. And I expect to see her fucking wedding posted all over social media as much as she talked about it. I appreciate Bravo for trying to give a new housewife a scene, but the comments are more interesting. Amanda, you doing basically the same thing as Doris is doing. Why do you keep talking down about these men? You know what, Shani? I actually kind of see the similarity. When Dorit first came on this show, she was already married, but the way that she spent money, discussed what she had, her accolades, things, well, PK's accolades, because Dorit didn't have shit. But the way that she had discussed things, it was very Amanda, like very braggadocious. She wants everybody to know what she got, when she got it, and how she gonna keep it.
I mean, it was every intricate detail of her, even from the massage seats to the car and how it's her mom car. And she can, it has this feature. It's the best car she has out of all her cars. It's like everything has a price tag with her. And it's like, ma'am, nobody cares that much. Like, literally, you are exhausting. She was talking about, I wanted to come up with a helicopter, but he said that would be too expensive and it would scare his horse. And it was like
dropping rose petals from a helicopter. So I've been in a helicopter. I'm sure lots of us have, but when I travel on vacation, if I see a helicopter tour, I do it because they fascinate me. Don't judge me, y'all. The way them propellers or whatever the fuck you call them on top is moving, the rose petals gonna like all over the place. So Amanda's thinking of all this stuff, and I'm just like, as a Californian, it worries me too, because I remember years ago, the same year that those fires happened that wiped out Camille Grammer's house, that got her canceled, there was a couple, and this has happened a couple times in California recently, especially in Southern California where they get hardly any rain. People have events, gender reveals, shit like that, weddings, and the rich in Southern California like to do the most. And then it causes a forest fire and a wildfire. And then you guys all over the country are saying that you need to donate to the Red Cross, which we never get. So don't donate to them. Donate to actual local organizations. But I digress. But you see all that crazy stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, Amanda's rose petals coming out of that helicopter and the stuff she wants for her wedding is a danger to the state of California. I said it. That's my opinion. Please see the disclaimer in the description box if nobody believes me. On another note, you two are really not feeling Rachel Joe. Just swing her hair by two ponytails already.
Her wig will fall off if I did that. So no, thank you.
I like Rachel Zoe. I just think she could do her own show.
This is not her
show that's about like drama.
Yeah, I get having friends, common friends on the show. I get all of that, but that doesn't mean that you would belong. That's like me, Kevin, going on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know anybody, and I'm a man. And it would be awkward, a black man with 5 lily white ladies and 1 black lady. I don't fit. I stand out like a sore toe. Like I would just stand out. So it does not make sense for her to be there because she does not fit this mold. And it's not because she doesn't fit the par. She doesn't fit the exterior of a housewife. Like the role of the housewife, how you see other housewives fit. That's just how
she's
I look
also
at
never been an actual housewife. She's been a wife, but it sounds like she worked her whole relationship because she got into it with nothing. It came out with a lot of something. Rachel Joe's just bigger than this. Bravo could bring back some of the shows that they used to do back in the day about fashion, about people who work with celebrities. There's a lot they could do with Rachel Zoe, but not here. We need entertainment. I don't understand the 4-day wedding, but hey, girl, like you said, you paying for it, right? So do what you want. It has to be something special for them. I remember Amanda not being married, first episode of the season. It was acknowledged they were engaged. I think a lot of people, we just looked over it. But at least she got a man. So good for her. That's something more than these other hoes got. Well, Kyle has a man. We'll get to that in a moment. And let's be real, she did not parallel park herself. The car is so advanced it did it itself. I actually used to sell cars, and that car does do it itself. Very good job, Shanny. You could tell if someone is parallel parking on their own, they're not just looking forward. You're looking back. Like me, I don't know why I got to put my arm on the other seat and look behind me, and the other hand just.
Even though we got backup cameras, we still.
I learned to drive when backup cameras did not exist. I learned how to drive in a 2001 or 2000 Ford Explorer Sport. Okay. I had to, and that was the best way to learn how to drive, because if you make a turn too fast in them old school Explorers, you'll tumble even going 2 miles per hour.
I learned in a 1993 Mercury Cougar.
Oh, wow. And it was still running?
In 2002.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
1993.
With them type of cars, if you get in a crash, you're okay. The other
you're okay.
I'm just glad the women aren't screaming. That's true. You put this on and you don't have to like turn it down. You could just listen to it. Do we all not remember the episode of the Cosby Show when Theo went to the prom and R.I.P. to Malcolm Jamal Warner? My heart. I do remember that episode. That was funny. He did his big one in his head, and his little friend, what was his name? Cockroach. I love that show. I need to go watch it. Hi, JB. Welcome in. Happy Friday. We free. Y'all subscribe to his channel. The link is in the description of this video. We appreciate you for being here. Newsflash, Rachel Zoe already had her own. That's what I'm saying to you,
That's
Kevin.
what we're saying. Yeah, that's not lost on us.
I watched every season of that doggone show, and I don't think she fits in this mold. She needs to go back and do something on her own, because she's a bigger celebrity. It would be interesting to see her style celebrities, and then she's navigating being single. So it's like, go back to giving her her own show. Why does she have to join the Housewives?
Especially, it sounded like y'all did the Yandy thing and owed her some money and decided to say, hey, why don't you work it off on Housewives and we'll give you to you. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, the Rachel Zoe project was like a huge show on Bravo, though. At least when I watched it, there wasn't too much on Bravo that like caught my attention, but I did enjoy it. That's what I mean when I say Bravo needs to go back kind of to that concept, but find a way to like revive it and make it new. Because I can't see Rachel Zoe like getting into an argument with Erica Girardi. Like, I can't see that. I just can't see her really arguing with anybody. And if that's the case, then you're a friend of, chick. The statement he should have said is, if you can parallel park in New York City, you could park anywhere. Child, New York City, LA, Chicago, and San Francisco, if you find a parking spot, it's going to be the tightest spot and the slenderest spot. You better know how to drive. That's when you'll be tested. That's where you will be tested. I think he commented that twice. I never watched the show. I didn't know it was on for that long. Yeah, her show, Rachel Zoe, used to be interesting. It fit with what reality TV was during that era. That's why I say they could do more with her, just revamp and revise the idea into something new and fresh, because it was very, like, if they were to do the same thing, it would feel dated.
Yeah.
It would. No, JB, I recommend you continue skipping. Save your time. Do you recommend skipping, James? Or
absolutely. Skip this show. Skip it.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll wake up.
Huge.
It was huge. Yes.
And that's where all the excitement came for her to come back. I was excited to see her come on Beverly Hills, actually. That's part of the only reasons I covered it. Because once Garcelle was gone, if y'all go back to my old recaps, I was like, I'm not doing it. But when they announced Rachel Zoe, I said, I'll give it a shot, because I loved her show. Loved it.
I never watched her show. I was more into Tabitha Takes Over. So I was more
Oh,
into
that was
that
another
one.
good one.
That I wasn't into Rachel Zoe's show at all. I was into Tabitha's show. Tabitha had me hooked on Bravo. So yeah.
Tabitha and Rachel Zoe were Bravo for the longest time. For the longest time. What did he say? I'm an excellent parallel parker and one that can drive a stick shift. I can drive a stick shift, but it takes me a while. It's
It's
to like
been
warm up to it.
years.
And parallel parking and a stick shift takes me forever. It's a
Child, when
sad
I
thing.
tell you, I have not driven the stick shift since 2009.
Oh,
Yes, 2009 was the last time I drove a stick shift.
oh wow. At least you drove one recently. I haven't had to do it since the
Girl, that
year.
ain't recent. That's almost 20 years ago.
It's oh shit, it is. It still feels like yesterday.
I was like, yesterday, girl. I wish. I still know the basics of what to do, but girl, I know I was stall a few times. I already know.
I don't like stalling. It stresses me out. That's why I was like, it's just automatic. Um, but yeah, that was it with Rachel and Amanda. So Kyle and Erica go talk. Not much happened here either. They pretty much decide that they're going to address Dorit in a group, which is the wrong way to come at Dorit. She's already been feeling away. So y'all are going to corner her and question her about what in front of the group. And Dorit spending her own money, let her fucking do it. Make her work for her storyline, because we know at some point they're going to be wanting the money back that she's spending. Let her do it. But in this scene, Kyle uses Mauricio's credit card to pay for her purchase. I'm going to say this, Kyle. Fuck you and your couch, bitch. I want you to stop BSing people and either leave the show or get back with your husband. There's nothing else I want to see or hear from Kyle. James?
I agree. This right here, this how y'all know Kyle be bullshitting. Is this right here? Because what you mean Mo is gonna pay for this and he probably won't care. It's like, well, ma'am, what's the real problem here? If you like, I need Kyle to open up that mouth and say what is the problem? What did he do? Because it's obviously he did something. But I'm sick of you dropping little hints here, hints there. Oh, wait, I still love him. I still want to be with him. I cry every time I'm in his presence because I still miss him. I still love him. I wonder what happened had we not sold this house and went to this house and stuff. I don't care, Kyle. I don't care because this is bullshit. You know you still love that man, and I don't blame you. I would still love his ass too. I'm not saying Mauricio is perfect, but
neither is Kyle. He's obviously some sort of secret bisexual on the low, because I can't even call Kyle a real lesbian. I feel like she might have just discovered that she's attracted to women and men after this divorce or leading up to it because she was lonely. But Kyle and Mauricio, y'all both been out here sleeping with other people, doing whatever you do. Just get back together. When you've been married that long, like if I decide to put Mr. Best out, if Josiah Herbert gets put out this house for 5 years, and then 5 years later, I decide to start strutting him all over the internet and being with him, y'all niggas finna accept it. Because that's my husband. I could do that. Kyle, you've been married to this man for 20-something years. A quarter of a century. Like, just go back. Just go back.
It wouldn't be the worst idea.
More tolerable with
let me tell y'all, Mauricio better not ever see me in Phoenix. That's what I'm gonna say.
Mauricio better not see me in Phoenix. I'm gonna be telling Mr. Best, let me tell you, I got an opportunity. It's gonna be
because what I tell you, baby. And I said he's not a bad man.
At all.
I just like that he handsy. Y'all don't understand a handsy man like that. I'm sorry. You don't just let the men go like that. So Kyle, miss me with this, Kyle, please. Get back with your husband. Erica, you get back with your husband too. Did you go see your husband up in cell up at the county prison? Give him his conjugal visits, Erica. Go visit your husband too while you at it.
Not the conjugal visits. That man can't remember 5 minutes ago and you talking about the conjugal. I'm cracking up. Oh, Shannon, you missed that part. It was very quick. It was the end of that scene. But honestly, when I take my notes for the live, I take my notes on what I find to be entertaining, funny, or what I think y'all will find funny. And I found that to be funny because how you talking about you and this man is separated, not living together. He got his own place, but you still an authorized user on his Amex? Girl, And not the regular
And
one
not
either.
the regular one,
With
the
the highlighter.
the
Okay.
platinum one. I saw
Like
that too. I
what?
said, wait a minute.
And he don't care?
Yeah, he don't care. Mauricio, wait a minute.
Y'all may as well stay together because his new
Okay, for
bitch don't
real.
have a problem with that. If the ex-wife could just
Or his
swipe
new
your
ninja.
Amex when she feel like
Or his new ninja, whatever he into.
Shanny said, yes, Kyle, please open that mouth for something other than eating more. Ooh,
I don't
wait.
feel like she did that. I feel like Morgan did that to her. That's why she's so conflicted.
That's the truth. That is the truth. That is the absolute truth. And shout out
'Cause-
to our moderator showing us how you can appropriately speak inappropriately on the internet.
Yes.
See how she typed that, y'all? Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Yes, Tabitha's Takeover was the show, hands down. I really liked it. Now, that is the show that should come back like yesterday. It was awesome to see Tabitha on Watch What Happens Live a few weeks back. That's what I'm saying, Kevin. They need to go back to that era of Bravo, because Bravo used to have all sorts of show about fashion, design, meshing with the celebrity world. Like, go back to that, because the Housewives stuff, I feel like they're riding this Housewives train too tough. Come up with some new concepts, please, because I'm tired of the Housewives a little bit. Not y'all plotting to get Mo. I don't want him, but I want his money.
I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, I'm gonna put it to you this way. I'm not gonna say I'm not plotting, but if he come my direction and say, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" I'm absolutely accepting it and may do a little flirtation. I'm sorry. I'm not. Look, you know what, Kevin? Go somewhere and sit down. I'm not lusting over. I'm not lusting over that. I'm lusting over his type, a person now, not him directly. God damn it! No, I'm just like
Kevin and James are like, at this
we
point,
oil
like,
and water. We love I know we oil and water. We don't get him. I love him to death and need him for some sense of urgency of heat. But I'm telling you,
what they call it, a friendly banter. That man on his deathbed.
I love you, Kevin. I do. I love you. I love you a lot.
I'm assuming you talking about Tom Girardi. He'd just be, at first I thought he was faking it, but he'd be looking all sorts of
He'd be looking all decrepit and stuff. I'd be like, but hell, you know what they say in The Color Purple, how he died on top of me.
Shut up, James. Oh Lord, James and Twin, make sure y'all know a little bit of Spanish for when you run into him. Oh,
I ain't listening.
Yes.
Listen. He ain't gonna listen. It ain't got to be all that down here. Just buy me a drink and be quiet and just laugh and talk. And I promise not to offend you like Bose did.
This. I've dated Hispanic men. I wouldn't do it again. But Mauricio, for me, I just want to be his friend. That's a friend you have where you're like, I have this idea to do a YouTube channel. And they're like, well, I'm going to send you the equipment. We're going to help you with branding. I want him to help me with that because he's handsome, but I do not get the hype for how attractive. Like, people make it seem like Mauricio's like Fabio back in the 90s. Like,
no, I don't think that. I'm with you there. I just like the physical objective of him, the way he always, when he embraces Kyle, y'all, that's not how men do it anymore. Like, men don't do
yes,
it. Like
it is.
that.
You just gotta find them.
Girl, it's hard in this community. It is hard.
I know. But they do it. That's just another side for you to leave.
But but they usually be old as like I can't do. Listen, I have a 10-year span from my age, so that is 46, and I'm not going the other way no more. 26, because fuck all that. So 46 is my age limit. I'm not going no older than that, and they don't do that. I don't know what happened to millennials and all this other shit, but y'all, yeah.
Maybe it's gay men, because the men I be seeing that my friends is dating,
it probably is,
fancy as hell. So maybe that's something in that community, which I'm not familiar with as it relates to dating, obviously. Dear Lord, send me a sugar daddy like Mauricio to be an authorized user on his Amex. Right. I don't need much. Mauricio, we don't got to sleep together. I'll keep my mouth shut. If you need me to drop off or pin the little real estate signs for you, I could do that a couple hours a month. Just write me a check, brother. I'll even change my opinion on Kyle. Call me. I already got a man, but we could do business. I'm just saying. There's nothing wrong with a little flirtation. There's some tenderism. Shout out to Mr. Tenderism.
Yes, Shanny. Tell Kevin Reynolds that at the bottom of the chat here, since he don't
gotten there yet, and y'all know I wear glasses. I actually can't see.
You finna get there in a minute.
look like a blur, not on top of me. These worms are eaten from inside out. It's his body for one. I know people love that. Does he have a good
No,
body?
I see, and that's the thing. That's no, I don't really look because I don't really. I think he was attractive in the first seasons of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't find him attractive now. I
In
don't.
the
I don't find.
older seasons, I felt like he was less attractive than he is now. I feel like the grays do help him a little bit.
No,
Some men
I
who
would say
go
him back.
gray and bald, some, not all, look very good when they get older. Like to me, an older black man that goes bald is life. James, just convincing yourself to condone your motives. You are a mess. No shame. Oh Lord.
Kevin Reynolds, if only you knew. If
I
only
just
you knew. If only you knew. Trust me. Yeah, you just ain't got. You just ain't there yet. Just yeah, making me
you
drop my
wouldn't be
phone to shit.
50, James.
That
You're like
is
46. You may as well round that shit over to 50.
no. I thought about that after I said it. That's funny that JB put it in the chat because I did think about that after I said it. It would really depend, y'all, because sometimes 50-year-olds be like when they from 50 to 70. Kevin Reynolds, since you just started by use 55 in the chat, y'all be stuck in y'all ways and don't want to inch or give nothing. It is y'all way. Y'all know every fucking thing. I don't be having time for that. I don't be having time for that.
Something I've learned from my friends who are, because I have a lot of friends, especially being in mental health and mentors who are over specifically 55. And something I see with them, I think the reason that they're set in their ways is not out of stubbornness, but it comes from wisdom and life experience.
No, and I agree, but with time that does change too. So with the times when you're dating somebody younger, realize we didn't grow up in the time that you did. So
That
things
is
are
true.
going to
That
look
is
different to
true.
us. Things are going to be different for us. I don't disagree with that. I think that that is absolutely 100% the truth. But the problem is that because you didn't grow up in the time that I did, you were probably becoming an adult in that time. I'm going to see things differently because when my time, technology advanced, cars advance, life advance, things are more expensive, things are ridiculous now. So yes, it is a different time. So excuse my mindset for it being something like internally different from yours because you lived a different time.
Kevin said you age shaming. I have not age shamed
We did
at
not age
all.
shame. I'm just pointing out something the same way you pointed out. Where is mine up there? James, you're convincing yourself to condone your motives. The same way you say have motives. Yes, I'm up here telling you that you stuck in your ways as well because you didn't even want to
I'm
see it from my
hollering.
point of view.
I'm catching strays because of my friend. I said they offer wisdom and I appreciate it. See, I said wisdom.
And I
it's
said
like
I agree with her, but you see Kevin Reynolds? Kevin Reynolds just wanted to try me today, and I got you, Kevin Reynolds. I'm happy regardless.
it's
But yeah,
Friday. My friend
it's
Kevin got
Friday.
time. That's my
Just
cousin
got
today. He
paid.
got time.
It's Friday night.
Oh Lord. That's right, Hobie. I don't need much. Just my floors done, some groceries, and some window decorations here and there. Not much. I think everyone's still thinking of Mo from the first season, how sexy and fine he was, and still holding on to that. I will say that
You
he
know what?
looked like he got bad breath.
Yeah, coffee and cigar
Yes.
breath. Like coffee and cigar breath. I do see that. Yeah, I actually agree with this, Kiwan. I do.
Oh Lord. She said, Shanny said, I'm over 50. I have a lot of friends over 50. All of my mentors are over 50. And I stand by my statement. Older people who be set in their ways, that's just how people who are set in their mindset and not ready to expand view it. To me, is usually from lived experience, earned life experience, and the wisdom that they've attained. And there's usually a method or a reason to why they think in the ways that make them look like they
Exactly.
stuck in their ways. But
Exactly.
I love older people, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I used to
I
work
do
the senior
too.
center as a social worker. Love them. And they used to be surprised. You one of the only young people that will actually listen to what we say. And I'd be like, yeah, whatever make my life easier, teach me. Lord, please teach me. But he said, meanwhile, this live has become for the adults after dark.
I mean, I'm trying to tell you, we trying to get to that channel later on. So y'all come
I
to
have
that channel. We got
already.
scenarios for y'all. Kevin Reynolds, you make sure you bring your ass there too. Come on to the channel so you can come and help us with these scenarios. We got to help these people.
We do have a live later, you guys, that will be discussing dating, relationships, what's okay and what's not okay. Right. My Nana, I love my Nana. I really do. She will call me and chat, and I forget that I'm talking to somebody 89, but I love her. Older people are, in my opinion, better. The younger generation be lost. They're wanting to copy and be like everybody else instead of be original, which makes my teeth itch, but I digress. But the ladies get to Italy. Everything's beautiful. Again, Housewives of Potomac, you could never. Housewives of Salt Lake City, you bitches wish.
Right.
I want everyone to take cast trips as beautiful as Potomac. That's what I would want.
Now I will say Stefano was fine as a motherfucker.
The
When he was
waiter?
giving the one that was giving them tour of the house.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to him. I'm gonna have
Now
to go
see
back and
him in
look.
that blue suit. I can definitely fly to Florence for him. Absolutely. And we can be on 90 Day Fiance. Hey, Stefano.
Oh Lord, he be dealing with them racist Italians. They don't really like our kind, but
Sat y'all asses down somewhere because I'm with the shits.
I cannot. But the episode ends on a weird note, y'all. Sutton and Amanda are talking, and Sutton's trying to play Mother Teresa and offer Amanda advice on how to deal with Dorit. Amanda somehow makes this about her major and her emphasis of study when she was in her counseling program. And the episode ended, and I said, what the fuck was this? Shut the fuck up and put the cigarette out, Bravo Television. What am I supposed to do with this? That's how you ended the episode? With Ms. Brown / Strack talking to Amanda after she put Amanda in a bunch of BS an episode or two ago? Would you like to add something to their talk, James?
No,
Jackson?
because that was a silly part to end on. That was y'all could have ended on Jennifer Tilly and Kathy getting to the house and seeing what their opinions are, since they are actually people of stature that can afford houses like this. So y'all could have, realistically gave their point of view. So yes.
Yeah. Looks like Q1 is agreeing with you. JB says, I like older sometimes. Huh. How much older?
How much older? Yeah, how much older are we talking about, JB? Because for me, I'm trying not to go past a decade. I'm trying not to.
My
Especially because
parents are more than a decade apart in age.
Really? Okay.
And they were married for a very long time. I actually feel like they shouldn't have divorced, but I'm not going to tell their business out here. And it worked. But I think it depends on, like, some people who are older don't act like they are older, if that makes sense.
I just don't want the control aspect of that. Like, because sometimes that does come with dating someone that's older. That's why I typically don't do it. But then my last relationship, he was younger. So he was actually.
Kevin said, on a serious, old people are nasty. They be on that freak stuff. Ain't mad at the freak stuff at all, but STDs are high in the elderly adult. They are. When I go into SNFs, which is a skilled nursing facility would be the term for it, they hand out condoms. They do. I actually worked in a retirement home, and we kept condoms and had to order them often. You'd be surprised in psych wards and retirement homes how much people are in there getting busy. And then I have to go talk to them. So are we processing that? Luckily, it's just gonorrhea, but why don't you tell me how you feel about that? In my head, I'm just like, you 76 years old and you catching the clap? Lord, God help us. But that is actually a true thing.
It is, yeah.
They get old, but they still be wanting to get busy. If there's 9 bedrooms and 9 ladies on the trip, why does anyone have to share a room?
Because that's still somebody's house. So yeah, it wasn't like they were just occupying the house solo. She's staying. Bo's apparently this is her friend. I need to see the interaction to determine. But this is her friend's house. So she put it on that 2 ladies would have had to share a room. I think actually Jennifer Tilly and Kathy may be sharing a room too. I don't know. We'll see.
Who cares if they have to share a room? You're on a trip. You're on a trip. Now, if you're on a trip like a couple's trip or something, then okay, I get it. But if you're on a trip independently, sharing a room shouldn't be a problem as long as you get your own beds. That's my opinion, especially if you're in a giant mansion in the Tuscany hills. Like, y'all are all right. Sutton, just because you blew up on Doris and screams out every chance you had does not mean Amanda will handle it the same way. I'm actually starting to like Amanda just off of the strength that she will not conform to what these bitches want her to do.
Same.
And that's the perfect person you want on reality television.
Exactly.
And she's a clear lady. So when Garcelle didn't conform, they didn't let it go. But Amanda's not conforming. they can't do
Which
much
is why I
about it.
want to
They
know her.
teachers.
I want to know her net worth because I want to know where does she fall in the spectrum? Is she, on the level with Kyle and Bose, or is she on the level with Kathy and Jennifer?
Housewives producers should start. I know people aren't going to want to discuss their network, but you guys film around their assets all the time. So why don't you show us what the houses that they're in are valued to, or show us what the car that they're driving is valued to? Like, give us something.
Right.
Because I want to know. I like older with no grays in the pubic area.
Why is you over there combing people's pubic hairs, Kevin? That is crazy.
Not combing hairs. I cannot with you too. Not combing them. I have someone I've been messing with for almost 15 years now who's 60.
Okay.
That's not too old, though.
That's not too old. No. 60
No.
is not old. No, 60, that's not old. I wouldn't do it because my mom is not even 60 yet. So I couldn't do it. But yeah.
I don't know. My mother-in-law is past 60. My father is past 60. They are some of the most youthful spirits that I know. So I don't know. 60 don't seem too old. Not with what they say, humanity's living longer and healthier. Edna and Sam are smashing in room 12. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. We tell them to lock the door and everything when I used to. The worst thing is when I was working in the psych ward and somebody would be crazy and hearing voices. And I'm like, yeah, fuck those delusions. Like, cheering them on and stuff. Then the next thing you know, they going and they fucking on somebody else with delusions. And sometimes we don't know they're doing it because I've actually seen people having delusions while getting busy. I'm like, oh, interesting. Mental health is fun, y'all. Clear version of Stacy. She not gonna let you shake her. Yep. If Amanda's facial expressions, that is a sneaky Karen right there. Oh yeah,
she looks like
she would use her degree for evil.
If y'all remember the skeleton key, she looks like the old lady that was putting a spell on the lady who was working in the house. That was that same facial expression. Y'all go watch the skeleton key. And there was a scene where lightning is gonna flash and you gonna see that lady face. Y'all ain't gonna tell me that ain't the same face.
Oh dear Lord. Kathy said, yeah, baby, give me some 15 years my junior. Oh yeah, you do like younger boys and men.
Oh, okay, mama, we see you.
Pull them though. She don't look like her age. Gerard's parents are in Marcus's bathroom doing the do and coordinating the mushroom. Y'all, but that was it for this recap of the Housewives of Beverly Hills. I appreciate everybody for being here. I appreciate everybody's engagement as well. Also, shout out to the moderators. I do appreciate you, Q1JTV, as well as Shani. I appreciate both of you guys. We're going to head into James's channel to go over House of Villains, which I saw one episode on Bravo, but I think it's going to air on Peacock, but I'm not sure why they put one on Bravo. But James is recapping it, so head into his channel. The link to his channel is in the description of this video. And then we'll see you guys again later for a live on our Watch Your Best Friends joint channel. But other than that, peace, love, good energy. Happy Friday. Shout out to the replay gang. And I'll see you guys later. Adios.